Alright, so you're going to start first with put the doll on top of your head with your arms shoulder width apart. Alright, good. And keeping your feet shoulder width apart, I'm going to have you bring the doll up over your head, and I'm going to have you go down into a deep squat as good as you can, trying to keep your heels to the floor and stay in line. Alright, go ahead. Alright, and do that one more time for me. Okay, and so she couldn't do that without keeping the heels up and leaning forward, so we're going to try for a score of 2. So I'm going to have you maintain the same position. This time have your heels on the board. I'll start at the top of your head, right there. Alright, bring it up and go down into the squat. Alright, and come back up. And do that one more time. Alright, and come back up. Good. Alright, so now next we're going to do the hurdle step. So I'm going to have you bring the doll, put it behind your head. Arms right there. Yep, you can hold that there, keeping up. What you're going to do is make sure both of your toes are touching the back of the gray board. And you are going to first start with your right leg. I'm going to have you flex your hip up in your knee and try to bring your foot past your knee. If you can get that high up, then you will be able to bring your arm across the bar. And you drop down, and you come back up and over without touching it. Alright, good. And again, and do this. And once more. Alright, good. And now we are going to do the same thing with the other leg. Again, if you can just bring your leg up and bring your foot past your knee, you will be able to get across the bar. And you're good with that. Okay, so next we're going to do the inline lunge. Initially for the hurdle step, I measured her leg length from the floor to the tibial tube. She was at 18.5. So we're going to start with your right leg and back. We're going to keep that at 0, and bring your other foot up to 18.5. Here. Yep, here. All right. And now the doll, you're going to place that behind your back, and you're going to have one hand holding it from the top and the bottom. You're going to have the doll against the back of your neck, your thoracic spine, and sacrum. You hold that upright. And I'm going to have you go down in a squat, in a lunge, and try to keep your back foot on the ground and don't bring your knee over your toe. Alright? And you can go. Alright, good. And now we are going to switch feet, and we're going to do the same thing. Okay. Now we're going to switch arms. And again, make sure the doll is touching the back of your neck, thoracic, and sacrum. Yep, get in the position. Alright, and you're good. Yeah. So now we're going to do your shoulder mobility. And initially, to start off, I measured her hand length from the wrist to the tip of her middle finger, and we got like 8.5. So what I'm going to have you do is you're going to bring your right arm up over and try to touch your back, while your left comes from the come in the T position. You're going to cross and try not to inch, and just bring your hands, or inch. You can touch both, so visually I can assess that she's in good positioning in that there. All right. back in the T. And we're gonna do that with the opposite arm now. Alright, and again, she's already touching, so I know that she's within that range. So she's good for a 3 with that. So now to clear this test, I'm gonna have you first take your right hand and place it on your shoulder, and then just lift up your elbow. Any pain with that? No? Alright, good. And do the same with the other. Alright, good. And she passes with no pain, so I'll still give her the 3. Alright, so now we're going to do active straight leg raise. I have you laying down, your palms going to be up, I think they are, yeah. And you want it, we're going to start with your right leg. Keep the left leg down, touching the bar. I'm going to have you keep your leg extended. I want you to bring it up as far as you can and try to pass the bar that I have Vince holding with your ankle going at least across. So go ahead, bring it up. Alright, good. And I'm going to have you do it one more time, just for angle purposes. Alright, and she clearly passes. Alright, good. And now I'm going to have you switch and do the same thing with the other leg. Alright, good. And just once more. Alright, good. And she gets across both, so I would give her 3 for each side. So now we are going to do trunk stability push-up. So I'm going to have you get down in a push-up position, trying to keep your back and everything in line, up on your toes. We're going to start with your thumbs to your chin, around your chin, and come out to like about 90. All right, and then I want you to come up and push up, trying to stay in line with everything.
Thumbs are at nose first, right?
Thumb. Okay. Yep. Thumbs are at nose. All right. Go ahead. And then try that one more time. All right, and then we're going to do this at the chin. Keeping the core tight, and then lift up. All right, and once more. All right, good. And now to clear this test, just laying like how you are, I'm going to have you extend your arms up and extend your back. Yep, and just lift up. And do you have any pain with that? No? Alright, good. Okay, now for rotary stability, what I'm going to have you do is be in like a quadruped position over the board, and have you have your thumbs touching each side of the board. Alright, your toes are going to touch as well, so bring them up so you're up on your toes, kind of like toes to your nose. Your knees are touching. Back's in straight position. And when you are ready and you feel like you're comfortable, I want you to try to lift both your right arm and your right leg. And staying in line. Alright, so you can't do that, so we're going to try for 2. So what we're going to do, same thing, same positioning, thumbs, knees, and toes both all touching the board. I'm going to have you lift your opposite arm and leg, so we'll do right arm, left leg. I want you to completely extend out and then flex in, touching your elbow to your knee, and then come back into the starting position. Good. And now do the same thing with the other arm and leg. Alright, good. And now to clear that, so I'm going to have you go back, stay in that position. I want you to bring your heels, sit on your butt, and bring your arm straight out. Any pain with that position? No? Alright, good. So I'll still give her the grade of 2.